Hey guys, I'm MG, and today we're going to be looking at the first MCU film ever made that is called Iron Man, which is a 2008 American superhero film based on the comics that was mainly made by Stan Lee, who cameos in this film, and stars Robert Downey Jr. as the main character, which was directed by Jon Favreau, who's in this film is Happy Hogan, and written by all these people. But it's not time to name all of them. Now it's time to review, so drop your Metal Gear and enjoy my review of this movie. Honestly, for the first MCU film, this has turned out really well, and I see why. This is a great film that shows everyone's passion for it, from the cast to the crew, incredibly clearly. Is it flawed? Unfortunately, yes. Pepper is kind of a bland character, and her chemistry with Stark doesn't really feel earned, but it's not that bad, and the scenes with both of them feel natural, so I don't find this much of a problem. Rhodey doesn't really affect the story, which is kind of a shame since I liked his character. There are a few plot holes here and there, like why didn't Obadiah Stane block Tony's attack when he clearly saw that he was charging his weapon? Or why didn't Yinsen shoot some terrorists when he was distracting them? It would have helped Stark a little bit more. Agent Coulson feels kind of useless in this film, so that's fun. The storytelling was a little clunky, mainly in the middle, but my biggest issue is that the final battle kind of ruins the villain. Obadiah still has great dialogue and is menacing, but it seems too easy to beat him and is quite incompetent with his suit. I know he just wore it, but the film makes it look like he already knows how to use it, and it doesn't make a lot of sense on how he knows how to use it and why he's kind of incompetent with that. Plus, the voice they use for when he's inside his suit seems a little goofy for my liking, and I would prefer if his voice was the same as it was in the rest of the film, like Stark's when he is in his suit. But even with those flaws, this is still a really fun time with a lot of comedic and tense moments with a great payoff. Tony Stark himself was honestly a really enjoyable character. I like his attitude, I like his sense of humor, I like his ideas, and I like the conflict it presents, with the terrorist using his weapons for destruction, and him trying to stop what he created. That's really genius writing, and Robert Downey Jr. puts an eccentric amount of energy, and is probably the best aspect of the entire film, since he fully understands his character and how he is presented in the script. Rhodey was really fun to watch, and I love his friendship with Stark, and where it gets tested after Tony said that he is no longer making weapons. That's really neat stuff, and Terrence Howard brings a sense of wonder to his character. It is kind of a shame he wasn't in any of the other MCU films, but I think the replacement Don Cheadle does a slightly better job as Rhodey, and Terrence is actually planning to retire, so it was a good thing that he was replaced by Don. Obadiah Stane makes for a fantastic twist villain until the final battle where he is incompetent, but in every other scene, he's just really interesting, and the interactions he has with Tony feels distinctive. And the fact that he is the villain makes that all the better, and Jeff Bridges captures a great tone to his character, which makes him feel like a real villain until the final battle, but let's ignore that. Also, as much as Pepper isn't really special, I think Gwyneth Paltrow does a really good job into expressing her character's attitude. Ho Yinsen is honestly a really relatable character, with where he is forced to work with the terrorists after his family has died, and his scenes with Stark are honestly my favorite moments out of the entire film. Especially his death scene, which was written so cleverly that I don't think it can get any smarter than that. The portrayal of the terrorists seemed natural, and this film makes him a huge threat towards society. The action is really entertaining, and was tonally perfect, that it just stands out in the film. The visual effects honestly look really good and holds up incredibly well after 16 years. The music is really energetic and honestly fits the story really nicely, so that's always appreciated. Plus, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury is just perfect casting. Overall, despite some hiccups that hold this back from being amazing, this is still a really fun movie, and I had a great time watching it, so I would recommend it for you. 8.3 out of 10. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye.